Hey y'all, it is Nye from Undeniable Things or Undeniable Tarot. Welcome back to another Pisces collective reading. I'm Nye, yours truly, and I got a new setup. Not really new, but different kind of like background situation going on. Hopefully y'all like it. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing another Pisces collective reading today, and I'm probably gonna record a all signs video, and this video will be for my Patreon. So if you guys are interested in exclusive tarot content, you guys can go on there and subscribe. It's $5 a month for exclusive tarot content. This will be the first video I will post for the year. I haven't been posting on there since October, but I do want to start posting on there again. I'm gonna do probably like next 48 hours on there or something like that. But today, like I said, we're doing a Pisces collective reading. Okay, so I'm probably gonna title this reading The Universe Can't Touch You Without Touching You. And I know that sounds kind of weird. Did I say universe, or was it like life can't touch you without touching you? So what I mean by that is sometimes we don't really understand like the vastness and the beauty and the what's the word? Sometimes we just don't understand the quality of life until we are in a situation where like we have no other choice but to acknowledge it, whether it's because of how bad of a quality we've experienced or how good of a quality we've experienced. So either which way you are on the spectrum, I don't want to make this like, oh, you have to suffer to like life. No, that's not what I'm here to say. But what I'm saying is that like we're just not in, our minds can be really complex. And Pisces, we can be a bit disassociative, and I feel like it's just like life can't touch you without touching you, you know? Like, it's just certain things we're just not going to understand until we've either been through it or we've experienced it in some kind of way, somebody around us, or like it means something to us. Like it means something. It's kind of like how can you, this is all intuitive messages, by the way. I probably should have put a timestamp. We'll just say like a minute or something. And this pen doesn't work. Great. So I'll just have to rewatch this. But yeah, so it's kind of like when Janae Aiko says like, in order to find a peace of mind, you have to lose it, you know? You kind of have to lose your mind in order to find it. And this is a big message because like I am just here to let you guys know, if you guys are suffering or feeling out of place or being hard on yourselves about what you're dealing with in life, like just understand that, don't take that personal as far as like you singling yourself out. It's like we're all dealing with shit, okay? Like for example, like I was talking to somebody about mental health and how it was a bit embarrassing for me, or I had way too much pride to admit certain things that I was dealing with because I didn't want to be alienated or singled out or picked on, and or I didn't want it to be used against me. But when I realized, it's like, I mean, honestly, what is normal? Like, life can't touch you. Like, you can't live on earth or live life without being touched in some kind of way by the universe. And like, you know, and we've all experienced something, and we're not going to leave this earth without experiencing something that will touch us. And I don't mean that like in a weird way. It's just like we're humans, we feel, you know, like what is normal? Like, we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves about how we end up because of what we went through or because of who we are today. Like, every single person on this earth has went through something to make them who they are today. And it could have been something good, it could have been something bad, but either which way, like, this life experience contributes to our character and how we think, how we shape our morals and ethics, you know. And if you're feeling like, damn, like, I feel like messed up by life, you know, I feel like life has done a doozy on me, understand that. Like, don't beat yourself up and don't, like, hurt yourself further by feeling guilty about who you became because of what you've been through, or who you had to become. You know what I mean? I think accountability comes in when we start to hurt ourselves and hurt other people, especially after we've already known better about what we're dealing with, you know. So that is something that we should work on collectively. Hey, I don't have to be a product of my environment. Like, I can still choose. Like, you still have free will, you still have choices in this life, even if you had to become something to survive it. Like, you can still choose to be something else. You can literally wake up any day, every day. I can literally decide right now, I don't want to be Nyla anymore, or I want to be something else. You know what I mean? I can literally do that right now. And I think, you know, what we've been through doesn't define us. We are infinite beings. Like, we have so much potential to go in so many directions and be like so many things. So if you like I was saying, if you feel like you've been touched by life, just understand that we all have, and we all will be in some kind of capacity. And that's gonna make us, it's gonna make us stronger. It's gonna make us more reflective, more accountable, more kind to others, maybe. Like, you know. And I'm not saying that you have to go through something bad in order to be touched by life. You could go through something good. You could see, like, you could be sitting in the park and you can see the real love. You could see people opening doors for each other. You could see people holding hands and walking and singing. Like, that could touch you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just certain experiences, and, you know, and then you may wake up the next day after you seen that and you're like, I don't want to work a job anymore. You guys are so mean here. You guys are so mean here. Kindness is real. Like, y'all are not kind. Like, and then it's just like, it's like once you're touched, it's like you can't hide from certain truths. Like, you can't, like, it's just a part of your spirit, like, you know. So you're just not alone. We're all gonna experience life and being touched by life in some kind of way, and it's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. So and that's on Tupac. But anyway, yeah, so we're starting the tarot card message at 8:20. So let's see what's going on. Hopefully that makes sense. I be all over the place when I'm explaining things. I'm trying to work on being focused, but let me know if that resonated. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to share your experience about how life has touched you, whether it's negative or positive, you know. Like, if whatever you're comfortable with, if you want to do that, you know. And how it changed you, and what you're doing about it, and who you had to become because of what you saw. Like, maybe you were raised a certain way, and then you were touched by life and you saw, like, you know, maybe I should do something different, you know. How did that affect you? And how do you deal with having what's the word, revelations after you have experienced something in life that changed you? I could tell you how I changed, because I used to really care, and I still do care. I still do care about a lot, you know. I mean, I'm human, you know. Maybe one day I won't completely care, but I will say that I have cared significantly less, okay, about especially what people think, or, you know, it's only certain people that really affect me because I care about them, like they're close to me. But even still, why do we give a fuck about what people think about us, you know? Especially if we're not intentionally doing something to hurt anyone else. This shirt says, I don't give a shit. So, let's see. What is the message for Pisces today? The 10 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles. It feels like, Pisces, when you, we got the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Let me show you all the cards. We got the 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. It feels like, Pisces, when you speak up, speaking your truth, living your truth, like, act on your truth, you are going to attract so much abundance and reciprocity from the people around you and, like, just the universe in general, because you're being honest with yourself. You're being in your most authentic self. What is this truth that Pisces is speaking on? Some of you guys could be like what I was speaking about earlier. You guys could be embracing, like, everything about yourself. Like, kind of like how I was saying, like, instead of being discouraged about experiencing life in a certain way, you're embracing it and you're owning it. And you're like, well, this is me. This is my experience. This is what I went through. And I'm not going to sit here and be offended if someone thinks I'm crazy or, like, you know, they don't understand why I am the way I am. But I understand why I am the way I am. And I'm in the first part to acknowledge, recovery is acknowledgement if it is something that's hindering my growth. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, you're speaking up about disappointments in your life, Pisces. You're being honest about what you've been through, what you lost, like what makes you sad, like what hurts you, like, and I feel like it's, people admire that because, you know, it takes a lot of strength. People think that strength is, I'm gonna have pride and I'm gonna shut the fuck up and not even show emotions. And I just think, like, when you show emotions and when you show, like, when you speak up and you act on it and you tell your truth about what you've been through, 5 of Cups. And no, this is not a dwelling energy. Like, I don't feel as though you're dwelling on stuff, like, that you can't change. I just think that you're speaking up on it. You're sharing your experience and it's helping other people feel hopeful. People want to come and support you. People want to reciprocate to you the things that you lost, like, you know. And it's like, had you never spoken up, had you never owned it, or if you got discouraged by what you've been through, like, you know, it's like you may be like helping other people heal because you're being honest about what you've been through or about what flaws you have, you know. What is this 5 of Cups for Pisces? The 10 of Pentacles. You got 2 10s here. Some of you guys will be making a career or making money because you were not afraid to be honest about the things you lost. Like, you were not afraid to talk about. Some of you guys could be like inspirational speakers because you're sharing your experience and it's helping a lot of people who've also been through the same experience cope with what they've been through. Like, you just never know who you're going to help by being honest about your truth. And you may make a career out of it or attract a very abundant partnership, whether that's a romantic relationship or a friendship, a family ship. There's like attraction and understanding and union coming from you speaking up about your flaws and being honest. Like, you're not afraid to show that you're not perfect. And if somebody does point out something about you that you're struggling with, you're not afraid of that. You know what I mean? You're yeah, that's me. Like, you know, you're not fighting it. And I just feel like it's just humility. It's just so much humility that comes from that. Some of you guys it could be a relationship here though, for some of you. And for some of you, like, you're going to be so successful when it comes to a relationship because you're not hiding your scars or your flaws or what hurt you or what you've been through. Like, maybe it was hard for somebody to really like connect with you because you were so driven to only show one side of you, like, or one element of you, or like you just didn't want to show your flaws, you know. But I feel like when you're being vocal and honest about this thing, like, it just makes everything so much better. It helps people heal. It helps people feel love for you, or just more love for themselves so they can love other people. Like, you know, it just brings more humility. Like, you just never, it's like a ripple effect. Like, you throw a rock in the pond and it just ripples out. Like, it's like your humility allows other people to be more humility, have more humility within themselves, and then they treat people with more grace. Like, this is the ripple effect you're creating in the universe. Let me see, what is this 10 of Cups? We have the Ace of Wands. There's a partnership here. This makes someone, like, your vulnerability is sexy, Pisces. It's super sexy. You got the Ace of Wands. Some of you guys could get pregnant soon. There could be pregnancy in your future, or you could find out someone around you is pregnant or very fertile. The Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. I feel like, Pisces, it took you some time for you to figure out how to get over this hurdle or this burden, because the Two of Wands is depicted as like there's like a line of fire that he's trying to jump over. He's trying to plot to figure out the best way to get on the other side. And the Seven of Pentacles talks about, you know, trying something over and over again, kind of like she's drawing circles in the sand, going in circles, wasting time, taking a long time to do something. You've been trying to overcome this. What is this Two of Wands? Because you know that it's growth on the other side of it. Yeah, the Three of Wands. You've been trying to overcome this hurdle in your life, and I think that if you were worried about a timing thing, like maybe you feel as though you took too much time to get to this place, or you still have so much further to go, I think you're exactly where you're supposed to be, Pisces. Some things you just can't rush the process, and I just think that it's okay to slow motion is still motion. Like, you're still moving, you know what I mean? And I still feel as though you have, you know, you still have some things to overcome, but as long as you started, you know, as long as you can plan and you can see the future. Like, I feel like you can see the future a bit clear now. I was driving today. It was like, I can see clear now, the rain is gone. I think that's how it goes. I feel like you can see something. At least you can see something in your sight now, whereas before you didn't know what was in front of you. And it's like you just got to get there now. There's an ending in sight. Some of you guys could be some of you guys may need to travel with this, like, vulnerability thing. Maybe you need to travel and speak on it, or maybe you're traveling, like when you're going outside of your comfort zone and you're seeing new places and new things and meeting new people. That is what's going to help you progress more when it comes to this. So this could literally be physical traveling, moving and stuff like that. Or it could be just you guys pushing yourselves to come outside of your comfort zone. So that's something that will help you make more progress. And I'm not going to say make more progress faster. I'm just going to say it's just going to make more progress, because at the end of the day, this is your journey. And it's going to always be your journey till the day you die. What's the rush for, you know? With the Six of Pentacles, what is the Six of Pentacles about? We got the Six of Cups. And the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. I feel like there's somebody coming towards you, Pisces. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be somebody from your past. Why is this person coming towards? Somebody wants to thank you or reciprocate something that you did for them. Somebody it acknowledges that you were the person that inspired them to do something with their life. So they may want to come back and reciprocate that, or let you know that, or give you a present or a gift, or invite you somewhere because of that. I just see someone paying it forward because of what you provided them. Let's get one more on this Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands. It's interesting we have the Knight of Wands and then the Queen of Wands. I feel like the Queen of Wands is you, Pisces. Somebody looks up to you and they wanna come towards you and report back to you what you did for them, or what there was. Somebody wants to tell you what their results are, and they want to give you evidence or proof or a piece of those results. Like, how will Pisces know who this is? The Page of Swords. Could be somebody younger than you. Could be somebody that talk to you and listen to you, or ask you questions, or somebody that's watching you. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. Somebody who studied you or studied from you in some kind of way. They learned something from you, or you guys could have learned something together. I feel like you taught somebody to look at something in a different perspective, and that has been very helpful. So yeah. Let's see. What is the advice for Pisces at this time? What is the advice for Pisces at this time? Oh, the misery. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all an analogy. I was watching this like anime called Arcane, and the girl Jinx on the show, well, her name was Powder at first. She was very kind-spirited, you know, sweet soul, just innocent, you know. And a series of events in her life made her crazy, but underneath all of that, she still had a kind heart, and she was still innocent. She was just a baby, a child that was hurt, you know. And she was really, really, really hard on herself. Her name became Jinx because she used to go on these jobs with her siblings, and she used to mess up because she was clumsy, you know. She was, you know, naive. She used to mess some of the jobs up. Not mess them up, but like she just used to make accidents, you know. She's human. And she wasn't as strong, or she wasn't as fast, and she was kind of scared of, you know, things. She didn't really believe in herself, and her sister like made sure she protected her with that. Like she gave her encouragement and, you know, things of that. And her siblings would call her Jinx because like every time they would bring her on a mission, she would something would go wrong. And what ended up happening is that like she had mental issues, and she was getting abandoned, and like she started to go crazy. And then fast forward, she ended up like meeting, like she was like the city's most wanted, and she ended up meeting this kid, and the kid took to her, like, you know, showed her love. And she said, you know, ever since you came into my life, I feel like I put glasses on, but I'm just not sure if it's still blurry or not. It's like she saw something different, and she didn't feel like such a monster. And she started to like love herself more, and understand that she is the way she is because of what she went through. And it's nothing to be so like to beat yourself up about. Like a lot of people is crazy, like. And when she started to embrace like her Jinx, like when she became Jinx, the people that people used to use against her to pick on her about, like people started to admire her. Like she had blue hair, there was like murals and statues of her, and people started to dye their hair blue, and she started a revolution. Like people started to really admire her. It's like what made her weak and made her different made her strong. And that kind of goes to the message I was talking about earlier. And it just feels like even in the cards, like what makes you weak, because you're not weak, what makes you feel weak, or what you've been through, your experiences, and even what not even just negative things, it could be positive things, or you know, it just makes you who you are, and it makes you strong when you own and when you embrace all of that. Like it's just beautiful, and people they just flock to you. That you just, you know, that authenticity. We got the Star and the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So your advice is to continue having faith in yourself, continue having faith in your universe, to always have hope, to always instill hope in others and in yourself. Don't fall into fear or into insecurity or into like hurting yourself or other people because of what they lack, their, you know, their weaknesses or their strengths or whatever. Like, you know, not defining somebody by what they've been through and what characteristics they have, or the lack thereof. More so about how faithful they are to themselves and the universe, how strong they are with their faith. The Knight of Pentacles talks about taking your time, observing, watching, you know, making sure every single decision you make counts. Like, there's no room for senseless decisions, or like, make it count. Like, be intentional, and be intentional when it comes to believing in the universe and believing in yourself and embracing everything. Do not rush the process. Do not rush the process. The Knight of Pentacles is confirmation, because I saw that Seven of Pentacles, like maybe you felt like before, like you felt like you was wasting your time, or you kept doing something over and over again, or something's taking time. But embrace the journey. It's not the destination, it is the journey. Like, take your time and you'll be okay, Pisces, or whoever, those of you who have Pisces placements. Yeah, so believe in yourself, believe in your divine, believe in your healing, and take your time healing. Take your time with this belief, with developing this belief in yourself. Like, don't rush it, because then it's not going to be authentic. You know, when you really, like, be intentional, when you really believe, and people are going to feel that, because you've been touched by life. You saw it, you took your time, you allowed it to sink in. And yeah, this is a beautiful reading though, Pisces. I think that's all I have. Yeah, so I just want to let you guys know, I finally did my website. It is www.undeniabletings.com. I'm going to put the link in the description. You can go there to book readings. I have all types of readings. The less expensive reading is, you know, if you had individual questions, they're only $5. You guys can just ask individual questions if you didn't want a full reading. But I got love readings, I have life purpose readings, I have career financial readings, I have 7-day week broadcasts, I have all types of readings, general, whatever you want to do. So yeah, go ahead, and if you want a personal reading, you can book online there. I'll put my email below as well. If you're having trouble, you want to ask any questions, I can help you do that manually. Also too, I'm going to be uploading to my Patreon, so if you're interested in all signs, like, you know, collective reading, I'll be putting one on there sometime next week. And I also do daily tarot on my Instagram at Undeniable Tings. I'll put everything in the description box so you guys can tap in, okay? But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Make sure you guys spread the love, spread authenticity, continue being your best self, continue doing what you got to do in this life, because it's crazy. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go eat. I'm starving, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.